morning, this is Captain Ron here. I'm here to make a video about the investments, reports, everything I'm seeing in the market going on right now. First of all, I just want to take time to say thank you to all the first responders, essential workers that are out there hustling, working their ass off, taking a risk for all of us. So Ashley, Brent, Matt, anybody at St. Pete's Hospital, or EMTs, firefighters, the local guys at Safeway, and Fred Meyer here. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hope everybody's staying safe. Bottom of my heart, thank you. That means a lot. Second, let's jump into reports. So I have been seeing a lot of reports on the market, on real estate investing, what's going to go on the market, home sales, everything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach all the reports that I've been watching onto the bottom of this YouTube channel. I'll attach, at the end, I have a cool video of me dropping or cutting down and knocking down half my investment home, or we may keep it, not sure, with a sledgehammer. So you'll like that at the end. And I'm just going to lay it out how I see what's going on in the market. Some may disagree, some may love it. Let's just start with, if you don't have a game plan coming up and you have money or investor, or you're going to start flipping or buying rentals, you need a game plan. I just saw someone make a video that they had no clue what they're doing with the money, but call them and they'll help you. Insane. You have to have a 6-month, 1 year, 2, 5, 10-year plan with the money, especially if you're watching the market and you're watching the statistics, everything like that. You have to have a game plan. Right now, even on Como 4 News, they used Redfin, referring to them that the market prices are holding strong, higher demand than last month. I don't know why they use Redfin. It's nice, reports somewhat accurate, but Redfin just furloughed 41% of their staff. So anybody that's furloughing 41% of their staff and still giving advice to the local news here, at least in Washington, drives me bonkers. I'm not sure why they're not talking to EXP Realty, that's been virtual and that knows what the heck's going on. I'll also talk about, I digress, I'll also talk about real estate offices and what's going on in the commercial market, and if you're a real estate agent, where you should be, because what's going to happen with that. Let's start with investing. Or let's start with the market right now. If you're under $400,000 or less, market's still hot. I was putting offers in last week, 11 offers, multiple offer bids. Anything under 400K, there's still first-time home buyers, military, anybody still buying, looking to get in a home. Even the RN nurses at St. Pete's. I just got a home on lockdown again this morning, which is nice. First-time home buyer. 330 price range, which is great. So the market there is still strong. I see anything over 400K starting to struggle or slow down. We just don't have that high of demand for the higher prices, especially if Seattle's starting to take a dip as well, or starting to level off. If you're working out of Seattle and you're commuting and you're buying $1 million house here, or you're buying a 1.3 if you have the money up in Seattle, you're going to more likely be up in Seattle now. So we're starting to see less shift and push down here in Olympia, especially because we don't have the economy that drives it as much. Less everything here down in Olympia, unfortunately. Sorry, Olympia, but that's just what it is. So high-end homes, be careful. I would be watching the market, seeing where to list. If you're listing right now and trying to sell, it's going to be hard. There's really not that high of demand unless you're a great house, good price here in Olympia, and someone's been watching, either moving here for a job or been watching the market. Then you may sell your higher-end home. Good. Anything under 400K, yes, there's still a market as of now. With regards to investing, if you're refinancing and pulling out money, you need to have a game plan. Personally, I wouldn't be buying a rental for my life, depends on it. We have rentals. We've cashed out on most of our rentals because of the Washington state laws right now that just don't protect owners that have rentals. It's just, it is what it is. So we're starting to stay away from rentals. Commercial market, I wouldn't touch either because of, was it Carl Icahn? I'll again attach this one. He just shorted the market, or a while ago shorted the market. When was this? In April? No, March 13th. He shorted the market. Commercial, he said it's going to take the biggest blow up. And you can see it. The market in the commercial market's just dropping drastically, especially depending on what area you're at, but no one wants brick and mortar anymore. And you can see the shift. Because of the virus, yes, huge, but it also kind of goes back to, we haven't needed as much brick and mortar. Look at Blockbuster, look at Toys R Us, look at all these stores that you don't need it. I've seen real estate offices, and I know some that are going to, after their lease is up in 2-5 years, who knows if they're going to downsize their office, if they're even going to be there anymore. That huge shift to the virtual market in real estate is going to be huge. That's why I went to, again, EXP. I mean, it's simple. Everything's still there. You have everything's functioning normal. Nothing changed because of the virus, because of our virtual world market, not just a local traditional office. Because if you're at a local traditional office, I wouldn't bet my bottom dollar that'd be there that long. And you'll see it in small indie, well, I shouldn't say small indie, big indie office of 900 agents in Arizona joined EXP. They jumped on before all this happened. They could see the shift. So they brought all their agents to EXP because they had the background to support all those agents. They had the training, they had everything. So I don't mean to go on about EXP. I'm excited I made the jump ahead of time. I made the right decision because I'm in this for the long term, and so this is going to support me for the long term going forward. So if you're an agent, and unfortunately if you're a Redfin agent that got furloughed, call me, we'll get you on EXP. I'm so sorry. I went to a listing last week where the agent's listing was a Redfin agent, and they got furloughed, and another Redfin agent had to take over that listing. Had no clue about it, but it's sad. She got a free listing, the other one was gone, and it was their listing. That's insane. But that's just the way the market's going. So back to Redfin giving Como News advice. Yes, we have more of a demand this month than last month. I can see the prices flattening out. I can see it actually stalling this week than it has a little bit more, where it's not getting as fast, even with those home prices under 400K. I can actually see in the next 6 months it dropping more. And then who knows where the market's going to go. I know we'll definitely flatten out. What I think is going to happen is we're going to have that 6 months flattening out, and it's just going to drop. We have so much unemployment. There's another article on here that Washington State had the least employment. So it's just, hold on, it's right. What did it say? Pulling it up now. Washington, biggest decrease in job openings was Washington State, 32%. Next, Nevada, Minnesota, Colorado. So we have the biggest decrease in job employments in Washington State. All unemployment, the way everything's going to shift to technology, it's going to drop prices. So I don't see it coming back in 6 months, and that's what we're waiting for. That's what we go back to investment. You have to have a game plan. You have to have 6 months, a year, 2 years. The agent's like, call me. We don't know what we're going to do with our money yet, but we'll let you know and we'll help you. No, that's crazy. You have to have a game plan. You have to have 6 months, 1 year. Where are you investing? Are you going to invest in commercial after Eichner and everybody else say it's going to blow up in 2-3 years? Maybe it'll drop, and then watch your local commercial market. Multifamily, yeah, but watch it again. It's all going to drop because where's the money coming from? What's going to happen with the economy? If you're an investor and you pulled out a refinance and you're looking for, a rental home, look for states that aren't getting hit, like Washington State, Colorado. Look for Florida, California, where there are still people renting. East Coast. That's where you want to invest. All my sites I've been watching, we'll use auction.com for example, because everybody knows that one. Everything's been canceled. Now that's due because of the virus, the courts, everything like that. But keep an eye on that and see how it goes. When the homes come on, are they getting sold, or are they staying there, are they getting stale? Because you'll have that, all right, the prices flatten after 6 months or so, and now do we get an artificial inflation where all the investors that were waiting bump it up along with first new investors, and then it drops down again, like at 2012, and then that's the bottom price and it keeps going, or does it go up? That's what we're waiting for. So that's our game plan, to see how the market reacts in 6 months. Take time to understand where you're going and use the statistics, use the market, use everything else that you know. So again, I'll link all these articles on there. Call me if you need investment advice. I'll tell you where we're putting our money, where we're saving, where we're watching. We're definitely not investing in the rental market in Washington State because the laws, like I said, are crazy. Especially for single family rentals. We in the rental market may go up a little bit, but who knows? I've seen a lot of people say buy land because we don't make any land anymore. Yes and no. My pops used to say, okay, great, you buy that chunk of land, what are we going to do with it? Because it may take 5, 10, 15 years for the market to come back or surround it where they need that land, to where it's going to boom up. So in that time you're paying taxes. If it's forestry, then less taxes, but you're not making any money on it. There's no return unless you get creative and rent it out to cattle or farms or remote Airbnb camp setup sites or whatever you want. But again, you have to realize, am I going to just dump that money there and make no money on it, on that land, and you're hoping for a big payoff, or you're going to get creative. So land's a whole different ball game. I sell a lot of land. I got people buying land. Depends on the area, depends on the price. Anything that's good, that'll be a good rate of return in 5-10 years. It's expensive still, because people know that, and they can sit there, the people that have the land can sit there and wait. They're in no rush, and it's the same thing that you would do if you bought it. You would sit there and wait 5-10-15 years until you got your huge return. So I'm not seeing the deals on land either right now. I'm waiting for commercial markets, because who knows where you want to buy a little commercial building. Again, you have to have something to support to go in there, because remember, brick and mortar is going by the wayside. These real estate agents, their offices, traditional ones, are going to go by the wayside. Maybe they'll join EXP, I don't know. Maybe they'll be gone, but if you're investing a lot of money or time as an agent, this is for real estate agents, if you're investing a lot of time and money in a traditional office, brick and mortar, in 2, 3, 5 years when their lease is up and they downsize drastically and then they go here and there and maybe close shop because they're done, they're cashing out, you're investing all that money in there and you're not worried about your retirement like me. I'm in the long-term haul. 2, you want someone that's doing investments, flipping, everything else. Like I said, I'll show you a video of investment home where I sawzalled the roof and dropped half the house with the sledgehammer. Quite cool. All right, shifting economy. The economy is hugely shifting. I think I've touched base with this. We're gonna have a tech boom. Everybody's realizing you don't have to work from the office here. You don't need the brick and mortar. It's gonna be all online based, or at least for the next 3 to 5 years. I saw an article, again, I'll attach that one, where there is gonna be a huge tech boom. People are gonna learn how to use the online atmosphere instead of having people go to the office. Even colleges are taking a huge hit. I forgot what it said this morning. It was like 3 billion or something. I forget the number, so don't quote me on that. But it's huge because they have a quarter less enrollment or half less enrollment for colleges. And I don't blame them. Colleges were expensive. You had to go to class where everything can be done online. Of course, you're talking University of Phoenix online, Bachelor of Science in Business and Accounting, which I loved. I learned everything online. I didn't have to go to class. I could do it in the evenings or nights, mornings, whenever, and I got my degree. So again, we're seeing that shift, not only in real estate, not only in commercial markets, but in universities and economy. So if you're looking to invest, be careful, just wait. Do the 6-month hold on. If you're looking to sell and you have a low-end home and you're looking to upgrade, it might be the time now, but then I'm telling my clients, like 2 of them that I just sold, hold on, and they're doing rentals. One had 3 dogs. He's like, I don't care. I'll pay extra deposits. I'm going to rent for 6 months a year to see where the market goes before they buy a house now. So they cashed out right now, and then they're waiting because the market, as we see, even dumping further. So if you can wait and do the rentals, great. Higher end homes, I mean, good luck, at least in Olympia here. Cash out, try to cash out right now. Otherwise, you're on another 3 to 5 to 7 year hold pattern to see where the market goes. I can't predict. I'm just going to be keeping watch every 3 months, 6 months, kind of watching the statistics and see how the market grows. But if the economy doesn't support much, and you have just ours as state jobs, and we're not bringing back the jobs, local businesses are going to be hurting, or if not out of business, and then we're going to have a lot of commercial market dropping, you're going to be hurting for a while. I see it. At least that's how I see it. So that shifting economy with the tech and everything else is going to rock everything to where we are going to drop, at least what I see with all the employment and everything else going that way. I've taken a while to talk on camera or give you updates because I have been watching the reports, doing statistics, enjoying time with the family, just trying to get through this, and it's been fantastic, at least for myself. I am so sorry for everybody that's out there suffering, that's hurting, the first responders. Again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, my families. Thank you for taking care of us, and everybody staying at home. Thank you for respecting that and doing your part. So that's the nice part, nice and bad. So thank you again. If you have any questions on investments, let me know. I've been getting phone calls from friends nationwide, Colorado, New York, Florida, California, everybody asking me, what are we doing? Where are you watching the market? What's going on? It's nice. So I've been doing a lot of Zoom meetings. My voice has been going dry. My wife's been very supportive because I've been on Zoom a lot, talking to a lot of people that have money, that are refinancing, pulling their money out, where they want to sink it, what they're watching. And so I've been giving them my 2 cents or my advice of what's going on, our strategic plan, how we're stockpiling our money, how we're holding on. I have 1, 2 flips left. We'll try to cash them out. We'll see what happens. Luckily, they're both waterfront, but not high, extremely high-end waterfront, where it's still in that medium price range, which helps. And freshwater, Long Lake. So if you need something, give me a call. I still have 1 or 2 coming up. That's it. I mean, Captain Ron out. If you need anything else, call me. I can run through everything. Make sure you're calling someone. Don't listen to all the other noise going out there. Even mine take with 2 cents, but make sure the person that's there is focused, that's investing, that's stable. I've seen some people go from like this to that, and then they're giving advice or telling you just make sure you're getting your information, make sure you're checking the reports. That's why I want to attach everything here for reference so you can fact check, make sure everything's spot on. And then happy investing. If you're investing, if you're selling under 400,000, give me a call. I can walk you through it. I think that's even going to slow down a little bit depending on the economy, at least here in Thurston County. If you're over $500,000, we'll walk you through the right game plan. If we price it right, it's the right area, we may still get a buyer that's either upgrading or moving to the area or wanting that home and is willing to make the jump. Then you may be okay. But I see us in the long road. Investments are going to take a huge investors are going to come out of the woodwork. This is what everybody's been waiting for. They even say it on the news and the markets all the time. Investors and first-time home buyers are wanting this to drop. First-time home buyers are liking this because they've been hoping the prices drop to where they can actually afford to buy a home. And that's probably what's going to drive the market, because they're not going to buy. They're going to wait. The sellers are going to sit there and it's just crash. So supply and demand. Yeah, that's it. All right, Captain Ron out. I'll stop rambling. I'll attach the video at the end. You'll see me nail it with the sledgehammer. My house, so I'm the general, so not breaking any rules, laws, or anything else, but it's kind of cool to see me drop a house. Okay, Captain Ron out. Talk to you later. Bye.
Like a champ! Now you just gotta get on top of it. Yeah, right.